Welcome to Podcasts. Imagine being in your 40s, relatively unknown in Hollywood, and then suddenly becoming one of the most recognizable faces on television. Today, we're diving into the fascinating journey of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, from a basketball player with a dream to becoming the man behind some of TV's most unforgettable characters. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how persistence, timing, and raw talent can completely transform a career at any age.
You know what's really interesting about Jeffrey's story? It all started with a leg injury that completely changed the course of his life.
Wait, really? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so he was actually born in Seattle in 1966, and growing up, basketball was his everything. He was even the captain of his team at Lake Washington High School and went to Skagit Valley College to pursue it further.
But then the injury happened.
Exactly. After the injury ended his basketball dreams, he started exploring other interests: painting, writing, and eventually acting. He actually started by selling paintings in Seattle while taking his first acting roles.
That's such a dramatic shift. How did he end up in Los Angeles?
Well, here's where it gets interesting. He was just helping a friend move to LA, planning to stay for a weekend. But something clicked, and he decided to stay permanently to pursue acting.
Talk about a life-changing weekend.
Right? And his first roles came in 1991, Uncaged, and To Cross the Rubicon. But the real story is what happened after that.
You mean the long journey before his big break?
Exactly. He spent nearly 15 years doing guest spots on shows like Walker, Texas Ranger, ER, JAG, and CSI. Just kicking around Hollywood, as he puts it.
And then Grey's Anatomy happened.
That's the game changer right there. In his 40s, he landed the role of Denny Duquette, and suddenly everything changed. He actually told People magazine recently that he hasn't had to audition for a single role since playing Denny.
Wait, not a single audition since then?
Nope. And here's something even more fascinating. You know how he played the comedian in Watchmen? Zack Snyder cast him in that role because he saw him as Denny on Grey's Anatomy.
That's kind of wild, considering how different those characters are.
Morgan actually joked about that, saying he has no idea how anyone could watch Denny and think that's the nihilistic comedian right there.
And then came The Walking Dead, which really cemented his place in pop culture.
Absolutely. His portrayal of Negan from 2016 to 2022 earned him critical acclaim and really showed his range as an actor.
And he's still playing Negan, right?
Yes, in The Walking Dead, Dead City, which started in 2023 and is still going strong. But what's really interesting is how he's branching out now.
You mean his new projects?
Yeah, he's got some really diverse roles coming up. He's playing Joe Kessler in The Boys, which is a completely different kind of show for him.
And there's something else unexpected too, right?
Oh yeah, he's actually hosting a reality show called Destination X that just premiered in May 2025. It's totally different from anything he's done before.
How did that even happen?
It's funny, he says he's still not sure how it happened himself. He admits he's not your typical host, saying he's more on the crass side with a sarcastic sense of humor.
So what convinced him to do it?
Actually, it was his wife, Hilary Burton. She comes from a hosting background and suggested he try it.
Speaking of new projects, I heard he's in a new film called Neighborhood Watch.
Yes, it just came out in April 2025. He plays Ed Dearman, a retired security guard who helps a young man with schizophrenia investigate a possible abduction.
That sounds like a pretty intense role.
It is, and critics are praising his performance for its emotional depth. It's really different from what we're used to seeing from him.
You know what's remarkable about Jeffrey Dean Morgan? He's managed to avoid being typecast.
That's so true. He can go from playing a romantic lead to a villain to a dramatic character, and now even a reality show host.
And he's also got this interesting balance between TV and film work.
Yeah, though he said that television has really been his bread and butter. The bulk of his work has been in TV, even though he's appeared in over 25 feature films.
It's interesting how he's managed his career, isn't it?
Definitely. And you know what's really cool? He's doing all this while living on a 120-acre farm in Rhinebeck, New York.
Wait, what? A farm?
Yeah, he and his wife bought this former thoroughbred ranch about 15 years ago. They've turned it into what they call Mischief Farm, where they rescue abused animals.
That's such a different life from what you'd expect from a Hollywood actor.
He says it was actually his fantasy. He worked on his great-grandmother's farm as a kid for one summer, and when he met his wife, they shared this dream of having land with animals.
And now he's balancing farm life with a super busy career.
So busy that the boys actually had to alter their shooting schedule to accommodate him. That's pretty impressive when you think about where he started.
It really shows how far he's come.
And he's got this great perspective on it all. He said he's worked stupid steadily for the past 20 years, but he never takes it for granted because he remembers those early struggling years.
What do you think is next for him?
Well, he's currently starring in Invincible as Conquest, and he's continuing with The Walking Dead, Dead City. Plus, there's his role in The Boys that's just getting started.
So he's not slowing down at all.
Not at all. If anything, he seems to be taking on more diverse and challenging roles as time goes on.
It's pretty inspiring when you think about it.
Absolutely. Here's a guy who didn't get his big break until his 40s, and now he's one of the most versatile and respected actors in the industry.
And he's still surprising us with new career moves.
That's what makes his story so compelling. He's proof that it's never too late to reinvent yourself or try something new.
Do you think that's why audiences connect with him so much?
I think it's that, plus his ability to bring authenticity to every role. Whether he's playing a romantic lead, a villain, or just being himself as a host, there's always something genuine there.
And he's managed to maintain that authenticity throughout his career.
Exactly. From selling paintings in Seattle to hosting reality TV while running a farm, he's always just been himself.
So when you step back from everything we've discussed, what's the bigger picture here?
I think it's about persistence and authenticity. Morgan's story shows that success doesn't always come early or easily, but staying true to yourself while continuing to evolve can lead to amazing opportunities.
And sometimes a setback like a basketball injury can lead to something even better.
That's exactly it. Every failure in his story actually opened up a new path.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Podcasts. Remember, whether you're in your 20s or your 40s, it's never too late for your big break. Just ask the guy who went from selling paintings to becoming one of television's most beloved actors.